Yeah. Good. See how the right. Good to see you, man.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Okay, here we go. Good morning. Don't have a whole lot of rules, okay, but I'm going to give you the rules that I have, okay, that I would ask us to try to abide by. One is to respect the team, okay? Respect the football team and the people that are here. And we're building our program. When we talk about, when I got here, okay, and what my goal was, it was to build a program that you guys and the coaches and the staff wanted to be a part of, that they wanted to protect, and that you were proud of it. I'm proud of the way we prepare. I'm proud of the way we practice, okay? And I'm proud of my teammates for the effort in which they play. The overriding goals for that program that we're going to build is going to be, one, to win the division. Okay, when was the last time the New England Patriots won the division? Does anybody know? 2019. So we're building our own identity, okay? And it's all going to be based on how do we make you guys, okay, as good as you possibly can be as an individual, as a player, and then as a teammate. The training staff, the equipment staff, the kitchen staff, these people are all here to help you. Okay, we're going to treat those people with the utmost respect. That's important to our owner. That's important to me. That's important to everybody here, is how you treat people in this building. Somebody asked me, are you worried about what went wrong last year? Why the would I care about what happened last year? I'm worried about what's going to go right today and tomorrow and the next day. We're not worried about what went wrong. We're focused on what's going to go right, and I want you to understand that. Okay, the foundation is going to be built on things like trust. Do we trust you to do your job and to do what's right for the team on and off the field? Do you trust what the coaches are telling you so that it makes you better? When we talk about building a program, okay, the foundation is going to be built on things like honesty. The program is going to be built on honesty. Okay, we always talk about the truth. You want to tell the truth, you want to seek the truth, and you want to handle the truth. It's going to be built on accountability. When I was in the 5th grade, I had this hard-ass math teacher, and he used to come up and grab us by the back of the neck because we were messing around just like you guys all did in school. And every time you'd screw up, he'd made you right. Accountability. And then it had to spell it right. And then it was the definition. I will take responsibility for my own actions. I couldn't tell you anything else he taught me about math, but I could tell you that accountability is I will take responsibility for my own actions. And I thank him because I had to write it. He'd be like 500, 1,000. So then we just would spend class just getting ahead, and when he told us 500, we already had them written out and we were ready to go. But I know the definition of accountability. It's going to be built on respect.
Hey, good to see everybody back, man. Go Pack.
Let's get it, y'all boys.
The respect that we have for each other to do their job, what everybody's role here is. When we come to work, that we communicate. If it's important to you, it will be important to us. I want you to understand that. It will be important to us. And ultimately, it's going to be built on a connection. It's important to me that we get to know you guys. It's important to me that you guys get to know each other. Because in the end, when it goes bad, like it does every season at some point in time in every locker room throughout the National Football League, some is going to happen. How do we respond to that? Right? How do we help a teammate that's going through something? There's going to be an energy. We're not going to walk around on a practice field. We're a long way off from there, okay? But there's going to be an energy around this building. What you can expect, we're going to coach a out of you.
On the ball! On the ball!
It's in a row, good communication, know what to do, know where to go.
And then on Sunday, we're going to let you play. Caden, have you been lifting this offseason? Have you done any lifting? Okay, good. Well, let me come up here and I'm going to see how much you've been lifting. Okay, let's count off 8 steps, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, good. Let's turn around. Let's get back to the middle. Let's get 4. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Would you guys all assume this is in the middle? Okay, good. Now get you a little base here. There you go. Get your hands up. Open your hands up. Okay, good. Hold on. Ready? Okay. Good. You've been lifting. Everybody give him a round of applause. Sit down. So what did you just notice right there? In the two things we did. Anybody notice anything? Tony, did you notice anything? How easily I got him to move across this hallway? And then when I started pushing against him, what happened? Yeah, we are gonna be along on this journey with you guys. You understand that? And I don't care whatever's happened or how you've been coached. This is how I wanna do it. Being along for the journey, yeah, I was kind of guiding him along there, pushing him a little bit, right? But I was next to him. There's a difference between being next to somebody and pushing them than sitting across from them and having some conflict. Okay, so that's our whole goal of how we're gonna operate this program, is that we're gonna be along on a journey. There's gonna be some ups and downs, but that's the whole goal of what we're trying to do, is to go along on this journey with you guys to get you more out of you than what you guys think. From today until however long we're together, we're gonna build these relationships, make a connection of what everybody needs. Understand, we don't care how you got here. You don't care how I got here. I don't care how you got here. The only thing that matters is what we do while we're here. Undrafted, free agent, first round, no round.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody cares. This game doesn't care what car you drove into this lot with this morning. When you go out there in between the lines, it doesn't care what car you drove in on or how big your house is or any of that other. All that matters is that you can line up and do your job. It was clear to me and my soul that this was the place that I wanted to be.
Right now, we have major breaking news just in. Adam Schefter, go.
All right, Greeny, the New England Patriots and Mike Vrabel have reached agreement for him to become the next head coach.
Very excited. Good on Bob Kraft and to make this change.
For Vrabel, like that's just the perfect storm.
No different than in 2001 or 2002.
Well, welcome. We were gathered here 15 months ago.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming 2023 Patriot Hall of Fame inductee, Mike Vrabel.
You know, I want to thank my parents. I'm an only child. But I will tell you that they taught me the value of hard work, and my dad taught me the value of loving to be a part of a team. So I showed up, and all I wanted to do was start for this team. I wanted to start, and I wanted to show to Teddy Bruschi and Willie McGinnis and all these guys that I belong. So everybody's got a different journey to the National Football League. It was hard, but I don't think it ever felt like work. I mean, I'm proud of being voted a captain. That'll probably still be one of the biggest honors, being voted a captain with some of these guys that were on these teams. Players make for great coaches. I'm so thankful of the teammates, and we'll always love the Patriots. This is an unbelievable honor. Thank you.
And I'm really proud that 15 months later, we're back here today to invite him and his lovely wife, Jen, to announce as the new head coach of the New England Patriots.
Thank you.
I want to thank the teams that were, willing to meet with me through this process to give me an opportunity to potentially lead their team. But in the end, it was clear to me and to my family and my soul that this was the place that I wanted to be. I want to galvanize our football team. I want to galvanize this building. And the most important thing are the players. I want to provide a program that provides their ownership, but also their accountability of each other, and one that they'll be proud to be a part of.
Knowing that he was someone who played on our early championship teams and saw what the chemistry the discipline and hard work needed, but also the camaraderie. And he has a persona that has a certain charisma and confidence, but he also knows how to be very firm when he has to be.
No, you hit him and it came down a little bit. You stunned him.
I'm excited. Vrabes is excited. I mean, I think that he's the right man for the job, of course. He's a good friend of mine.
Hi, Karen. You remember Jen? Do you remember Jen? Hey, Mike. How are you?
I think from a media perspective, I think he's interesting. I think Mike is going to be a blend of several of the past regimes.
Funny, we noticed that he always goes to you first. Every question at the pressers, which is a testament to you.
Hi, Karen. Karen, what do you got? Hi, Karen.
Hi, Mike. I guess I'm up, right?
Let's go. First pitch.
All right, first pitch.
Karen, I'm smiling, Karen, because I know I look a lot older than I did when I played here, and Karen looks exactly the same way she did when she stood in front of me in the locker room. That's amazing, Karen.
Thank you.
All right, whatever you're on, I need some of that. I need it.
I think he does that out of respect for my age and the fact I'm one of the few that actually covered him as a player when he was here. He's fun, but he's also tough. Vrabel learned a lot about the game, and he's picked up a lot of things along the way, but he's also his own man. He's just a good blend of all that's made the Patriots successful over time.
Mike, appreciate you stopping by.
Yeah, thank you.
Great.
Appreciate it, man. Welcome.
Thanks,
Well fun, man.
Thank you. Where do you live this player?
Easton, Mass.
Mike Vrabel, Patriots head coach. When you hear that, what does that mean to you, Mike?
I think Mike was actually the heartbeat of our locker room. Mike was a chameleon, so he knew and checked out the locker room to see, okay, who I was going to go in and talk to and with that day. He'd play dominoes, he'd slap the bones just as hard as us, or you see him going with a cowboy hat rocking out the country. That was Mike. He was kind of like the conduit to our space.
Well, I think that means that's a culmination of a lot of hard work, some sacrifice from other people. It makes me feel grateful to be in this position, but understand that there's a lot of people that helped me get there. And so I'm thankful for that and excited about the opportunity.
I think there's been a renewed sense of energy around the building since Mike Vrabel has returned. Certainly a familiar face and somebody that I, as a fan, am intimately familiar with his play style, and I think that always carried over into his coaching style and in his teams that we saw down in Tennessee.
Play start just like this, as I start with my hands here and just throw my hands and let my feet follow.
I love having Mike Vrabel back. I think he embodied what the Patriot way was: versatility, toughness.
Mike Vrabel comes into the game.
His experience is what embodies what's great about the NFL.
Which I think he had 10 catches his whole entire career for 10 touchdowns. So
what
his
a
ratio from catch to TD is 100%, best of all time.
Insane.
Well, he was really good. I mean, he was very versatile, and that didn't just apply to the defense.
So I laid it out there for him, and it looked like he stretched out for it, and he kind of tapped his toes. What a great catch.
Being able to play multiple positions, no matter what they asked him to do, he was always willing to do it. Of course, there's many famous moments that you recall, none more famous than when he scored touchdowns in Super Bowls.
Play action fake Brady. Touchdown! Mike Vrabel, Patriots take the lead with 2:51 to go in the game.
Vrabel's got 2 sacks on defense and now a touchdown to put the Patriots up.
His impact, because of his work ethic and his competitive drive and his leadership skills, made it very special.
Down, one play, big for a game winner.
Hey, we needed that. That was big. That was good.
I thought Vrabel was a little bit unique in that regard because it wasn't just his ability to play tight end and
sort of figure out another way to contribute. Also on defense, he was an edge guy. I mean, he was a guy that wanted to get after the passer.
Set.
Step inside the box, pressure getting hot about the kettle. Mentally I'm locked, I can never stop till they hit the metal.
Play action fake by Manning. Steps up, going to be sacked. To Mike Vrabel to make the sack.
The year that I was out, actually, and then we had Vrabel play inside linebacker, and he did well.
Feel like Apollo, I'm taking the creed.
Pass intercepted by Mike Vrabel. The Patriots get the turnover.
In terms of even just being that player that can go from an outside linebacker on the line of scrimmage to a guy that's playing off now, I think that just showed as a player for me that he just knew every single aspect of defense.
They keep going empty ends, get tight. Get tight because either the linebacker is going to be free or you're going to be free. So get tight though.
I think I've had a great opportunity to play for, to coach with, and coach for some unbelievable mentors. People that have helped shape me, Romeo Crennel, Bill Belichick, the multiple coaches that were here.
It was very easy to picture Mike as a coach when he was a player. It really was, because he was very cerebral, but at the same time, Mike is one of the best fundamental players that I think I've coached.
Have you been looking at watching Green?
A little bit.
Anything on his stance?
I just see him real light a lot of times. I mean,
Take a look at him when he's up.
Okay.
Pass.
Yeah.
Run.
They just try to get in front of you on those.
And I think that some of those things that make him a great player also make him a great coach.
Take a deep breath, okay, have some fun, be poised and instinctive. You're gonna make mistakes. Every one of you is gonna make a mistake. Go figure out a way to make it right.
He really did a good job of several different things. He could coach the position, he could develop the player, he could connect with the player.
Christian! Nice play, son.
It didn't matter what the player's background was, whether it was Whitney Merciless or Jadeveon Clowney or Brian Cushing, all came from different backgrounds. He was a tough coach, now a demanding coach.
All right, somebody's got to go for Courtney Brown. Of course, he's tired. You better get some water and play the whole game. Courtney, you're going to play the whole game. You can't get tired. You can't. That's how this deal works.
But I thought he did a great job developing players and connecting with players.
Hey, you see how much fun everybody's having? It's time. Then don't tap out. We don't have enough guys to tap out. Okay? They all need you. Listen to them. We don't have time to do this.
He had a way of connecting with those guys, which I think you'll see at the Patriots.
Attack, Courtney. Attack. Is he going to chip first? No.
He's under pressure. Oh, got him! Boom! And Courtney Brown does it again. Good game over there, boys. Good game over there. Good game. Let's go.
Brilliant by the Texans.
Good way to take it up, right? Me game. Tell Christian that was a hell of a game. Hell of a game on Christian. Hell yeah. Good game, man. Damn right, baby.
Well, I've always said that culture is what your team looks like at its worst, when they aren't great, right? After losses and some defeats, take a snapshot of what your team looks like. Is there energy? Is there a willingness to work? Are players still putting the team first, and are they working towards a positive goal?
He's going to get this organization back on track.
Look, Fisher, it's nice to meet you. Thank you so much.
In the right direction and make them a powerhouse again. I just believe in Mike Vrabel. He's on the field. He's taking part of off-season conditioning.
Good. Good. Come on, let's go.
He does drills with them. He's hands-on.
You still putting the pads on?
Yeah, will we see the chest pad on?
Yeah, you know what I mean? We love that thing. It's nice and thin. It can travel anywhere. It can go in your suitcase and go to the workouts. Lean, throw your hands. Lean. Good.
You don't have to do anything. I just want you to feel that position. Do we line up on the ball? Okay, or are we going to line up on...
But Vrabel coming in now, all this stuff that you hear, keeping guys accountable, like he's going to be the first to do it. And he can get away with saying things to guys the way he says it, because he did it. He played it, and he's just as smart as the guys that coached him at it. Mm-hmm. And he's a burly he's a big man.
Man strength.
Man strength. I still think he got 4 or 6 plays in him.
Patriot Hall of Famer, Rodney Harrison, Hot Rod, love him, said, make sure you're on top of your game with him, because he's an a-hole. But he's the best kind of an a-hole that I know. How accurate of a description?
I would say that's pretty accurate.
Kick his ass, Q! I'm done begging for effort. Get your back and do this.
We want to have a high standard here.
You ain't walking, KB. They'll walk if you let them. You're going to strike them. Good. Beautiful.
Here's the blitz by Mike Vrabel. He's sacked back at the 45.
We want to make sure that everybody's proving themselves to the team every single day, earning the right to be here.
Finish the day. Finish the week. Okay?
And trying to hold and having an environment where we're holding each other accountable.
Workers' comp is good. Soko. White 80. Wait. Good. Come off the ball. Good.
The competitiveness. We're going to be aggressive. We don't want to be reckless. And I think that you'll be proud of our style. We can help them become better football players.
We know the culture he's bringing. That's Mike Vrabel. And I'll tell you what, Christopher, you were hoping for it and you got it.
Let's go.
Josh McDaniels is the offensive coordinator, and he is nothing short of exactly what the doctor ordered. And bringing McDaniels in is exactly what was needed.
It's a wonderful feeling. This year has given me a little bit of a different perspective on the game and, how much you enjoy it, you love it, but most importantly, the people that you enjoy doing the game with every day. And this place has such a special attraction to me, my family. It's home for me, and I was so blessed and fortunate to have an opportunity to come back into this organization and to work for Mike, who I've known for more than 20 years.
When your free agent visit came back in 2001, Josh McDaniels says he picked you up at the airport.
Yeah, I mean, he was on that crew that scouting assistant, coaching assistant role, picked us up. I think I was with maybe Larry Izzo, I think Anthony Pleasant might have been on that trip.
Yeah, I picked a lot of people up at the airport. 2001, if you remember, that free agent class was pretty big. Whether it was the David Pattons and the Mike Vrabels, there was a lot of people that came from other places and assimilated onto our team back then that came together and wrote a special story that year that began something pretty unique here.
I believe Josh is one of the best offensive coordinators in the league as well. I mean, he knows how to develop players. He helped develop
me,
Tom. He developed you, developed
Tom.
me.
Good job, bud. Way to go.
Put me in the right situations all the time when I was in New England.
That's the way, Beast Mode. Way to go.
He knows how to relate to guys as well, which is really good.
Good drive. That's it. They just warned me. They said, you got to get up. They said, you're too far off the ball. They said, scoot up and check with him, okay?
You need that, with these young bucks these days.
McDee's.
And then they hired a defensive coordinator too, Terrell Williams, who Vrabel had on his staff in Tennessee, coaching the defensive line.
Let's go, man. Can't wait to watch you play.
And the assistant head coach. I mean, that Tennessee front four was always awesome. Stupendous.
Well, whenever you go out there, I want to see you knock it out of somebody. All right? Make sure you're ready to go.
Vrab, we have a great relationship. We worked together for 6 years in Tennessee.
All right, brother. All good.
Our relationship grew there, and I know what he's all about. A lot of people may think the opportunity to be a coordinator was a big reason for coming here, but a lot of it was Mike Vrabel.
He's an outstanding teacher, great human being, somebody that's team first, hard worker. I think he's got a good vision for what he wants to do, and certainly I know what Vrabel's going to want to do out there. They've worked together.
You all right? Good job beating that ball. Hey, Shaq, I just want to see you attack, man.
He's just top notch. That was the hardest thing is that, man, I got Terrell, and then a year later, he's gone.
The CEO head coach of the Patriots has made 2 really good hires in my estimation. My goodness, are those 2 terrific coordinator hires on top of Vrabel being brought back.
We're going to East-West practice. And
in Denton, Texas. These are all-star games. It's pretty much where you get a collection of some of the best draft-eligible players in this class, but you're getting all these players together to practice against each other.
I think the interviews are probably one of the most important things that we do here. Really the entire year, we travel the country, we go to all the schools in our areas, we watch practice there, we meet with their staffs, we gather a lot of information about them, just things we're looking for in a player, how smart they are, how tough they are, how dependable they are, how durable they are. Okay, you've collected all this information on what everyone thinks they are. Now you get to see for yourself what you think it is. So that's my favorite part, is just a chance to get to talk to these players and see what they're about, hear their stories from their side and not someone else telling it for them.
Because we spend at least one fall, sometimes even 2 or 3, covering these players without having any sort of face-to-face interaction. And just at the end of the day, it's another piece for us to assess and evaluate sort of what they'll need to have success in our locker room.
This is the best time of year for us. I mean, season's over. It's full-on college scouting for us. New information, new tape, new interviews, new everything. So I love this time of year. This is when we really need to go.
Well, the All-Star Game is really the last opportunity for us to see the players in a real football setting, like compete in a one-on-one setting, maybe get an exposure to see them in a different position than what they played in college, so we can properly evaluate their versatility and ability to handle multiple spots. And really, the small school level or whatever their system is that they came from, see them in a more pro-style system. So it's really trying to polish up our eval on what we gathered in the fall. Certain players have more to prove than others based on their body of work, based on their level of competition. There's things that we look for in specific guys based on what evidence we have up to this point, because that's ultimately what this is. We're projecting what it'll look like in the NFL. That's where we use this time to definitely confirm some of the things that we thought or had doubts about. And then on the flip side, yeah, we can definitely change our minds based on new information that we're continuing to gather.
Practice number 1 getting set to roll here from the campus's South Alabama Hancock Whitney Stadium. And we are fired up to be back here, as they say here at the Senior Bowl. The draft starts in Mobile.
These opportunities are great because it's our first chance to really kind of rub elbows with the prospects. And now we get to see them not only participate on the field, to see body language, who's got some energy. We love guys that compete.
I like to get on the field early and try to get the body types of the players, and then eventually, once the team periods start, get up top and really try to focus in on some of the things that you can't see on film. So like when the one-on-ones are going on one side, I'll like to watch 7-on-7 because you can kind of get more out of that, and then you can watch the one-on-ones on film.
Working now with Elliott and his staff and making sure that this process here, player evaluation, is also something that's important as well.
Just wanted to get together to talk about practice. Day one, identifying some of the risers and really just who looks good, kind of the depth of the group. JT, receivers, it looked like they did a lot of one-on-ones.
Yeah, I thought the national team in particular had a better practice just in terms of giving us snaps to evaluate. I thought of that group in general. 11, Kyle Williams had the best day. I thought he had a good blend of athleticism, feel, quick off his release.
Boy, is he good off the line of scrimmage. Beat him twice.
Yeah. Good at the top of routes, caught the ball well. Sai showed up downfield. He had a strong day.
I think it shows right here in this group, like the lines of scrimmage are where the talent is on both sides, especially with this team. I mean, you're talking about a significant number of players that have starter caliber skill sets.
Well, even when you look at the East-West, the D-line, like I thought some of the better players of the
on
East-West
that one team,
that
right.
easily could have been here.
The front play has been fun to watch, especially in an all-star setting. O-line, D-line gets super physical and competitive. And the Combine and the Underwear Olympics, that's where it's less important for them. This is where it's important, where they're putting the pads on and playing physical.
90% of these guys get drafted versus, maybe 60% from the East-West game. So, this is just a higher caliber athlete. There's some more guys that are going to go on potential day one and definitely some day two guys here.
How was Farmer when you saw the Florida State kid that you had up with getting him in? Really, really good. So he's the one to me to watch this week in a lot of ways because he's a violent, disruptive player. He's a guy that can get after it. He's a guy that can
penetrating. Talks about trying to play with his hands and his length. That's what you'll see. Playing on the other side of the line of scrimmage and that stuff. He has all that, and he plays hard.
So in the evening time, when you've got the interview sessions and you get the opportunity to get to know them as people, and let's create touch points. This is maybe the first one. We'll have more through the spring, but it's really cool to finally be able to get to know who these players are behind the helmet, so to speak.
Develop sort of a game plan for each player and what we're trying to glean from the information we get from them here.
But it's about just a quick interview, a fit, a personality, things that they said, and then, evaluating them on practice and then going back and seeing what they did in the season. But we got to make sure that we're bringing in great people, that we believe in the people, that we trust, and that the ability also matches, how the level of trust that we have in the players and people that we bring in. It is really some special stories and special people that I enjoy getting to know, have a vision for as a coach and as an organization.
Before we go to the combine, get to Indy, just wanted to let you guys know how much I appreciate everything that you've done, this whole fall. And just, when we get to Indy, it's all about being representatives of the Patriots and moving forward and trying to get this team better. One of the first things that Coach Vrabel did was come talk to the scouts about his vision for the team and what they could do to help that vision come to life. Obviously seeing him play, so you actually knew what a Vrabel guy was kind of going to the meetings. It's a guy that's smart, that's physical, that loves football. He has good instincts, he has good trigger in both phases.
Good program fit, he's wired right, loves ball, good worker.
Fast, physical, attacking type players. We're looking for explosive players.
I think it's still progress there to be made, but I think there is an upward trajectory.
That's good he works hard. I think there's some toughness to him. I would say toughness is the biggest thing, where it's a non-negotiable. It's hard to bring players to the table with Braves that you aren't convinced are real tough guys. Is he smart enough? Does he have a good medical? Is he a good guy? Like first determining who the good players are and what they can do for the team. I think that's the most important thing, and then we can kind of take in the whole, every little piece of the puzzle and kind of put it all together at the end. It all comes back to who the best players are.
The 2025 NFL Scouting Combine from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana is on the air.
Right now, we're joined by Mike Vrabel, who said you can't go home again. Mike, how are you?
I mean, we want to be aggressive. We want to target players that we feel like are going to help us. They're going to be outstanding players. They're going to be outstanding additions to the locker room. I think it's a good draft. I mean, I think there's a lot of names. There's a lot of personalities.
It's been really cool working with Coach Vrabel. He has a lot of great ideas, a vision for the team.
All we're trying to do through this process is get the players to be as authentic as possible and how they can add to our roster and our team and the vision that we have for them.
Thanks for getting together, crew. I wanted to get with you scouting assistants about how the informal meetings have been going.
Yeah, they've been going pretty good. I feel like getting them down there in the element and being able to talk to them, they might hit on their family a little bit. You get to see more like their real personality downstairs, especially like if they're hanging out in that middle pod, just hanging out with like the rest of the group that they're with, whether it's the group of receivers, the group of DBs, like see all like them guys just like gathering around. So it's like a good community down there. It's a good feeling.
Cool. And from a workout standpoint, so workouts will start tomorrow. We have the kicker specialist today. That's from 1 to 6. And then the D-line will start things off tomorrow afternoon, starting at 3 o'clock. So watching the workouts is pretty casual. It's kind of a good opportunity for us to connect, sit together, watch, talk players, talk football.
My favorite thing about watching the combine workouts itself, it's one after the other. So you kind of get to compare one player to another. You see who really stands out relative to the rest of their group, or maybe who doesn't. So it's nice to see a handful of offensive linemen. You just get to see them back to back to back, which is nice. It's an easy comp in that way to see who's standing out.
We will be literally off and running with 40-yard dashes here in Indy.
You guys laugh at me. I time on my phone and get the same number. You want to bet, Tuck? I gotta stop watching my phone, Tuck. You ready?
Get the trigger finger though?
We'll find out.
You text the time and say something. That's the key.
Voice, talk to text.
6'3".
72.
Find out. What'd you have, Tony?
6'9".
Maybe I'm a little quick. Maybe I'm just a little bit quicker reacted than you, Doug. Structure of the meetings, just looking at kind of review with the players and then kind of touching on stuff that we need to touch on. Like, is that?
Yeah, that was good.
Okay.
That's it. I could tell, like, at first, if you were gonna like a guy or not, kind of.
I'm awful.
No, it's good. When you came to the combine, did you all the drills and testing, bench press?
Oh yeah, they took 3 off because I was lifting my butt apparently.
What is your approach to having a number 4 pick? Are you opposed to trading or listening, or are you going to stand pat?
Well, I don't think anybody could be able to say for certain what they're going to do right now. People always ask, who are you guys going to take? I'm like, well, tell us who goes 1, 2, and 3, then I'll have a better idea to be able to tell you what we may do at 4. But I think we would always listen, and we would want to entertain any offer that somebody had that we felt like could strengthen our football team. So, I mean, to say what that's going to be right now, I don't think we would have a great idea of what that would be.
But you're open to all possibilities.
Of course, yeah.
Back here for the first on-field drills of the final day, and there is Will Campbell after running a sub-5 40, unofficially the only one that we saw from this group.
Will, just an impressive body of work, being a 3-year starter in the SEC at a place like LSU, all at left tackle. I don't think he's even missed a game there. Just incredibly dependable, big, strong, athletic kid, high-end pass protector, extremely agile, quick, balanced, extremely instinctive in pass protection.
He's an advanced player, especially at his age. You know, like with the youth that he has and a 3rd-year player, but still experienced in being a 3-year starter in the SEC is pretty unique. And then he's wired right, the way you want a left tackle to be wired. Just he's a tone setter. The way he takes care of his body, his professionalism, he takes this serious. This is really important to him. It's the type of offensive lineman that you want protecting your franchise quarterback. He's plug and play in a lot of ways, which, you know, especially at that position is really important.
What is the Patriots free agency plan?
Flurry of moves to open NFL free agency.
A boatload of cap space. Obviously, Patriots fans were hoping they were going to use it, and they have, making major moves on defense.
They got one of the top free agents on the board, Philadelphia defensive lineman Milton Williams.
There's a dream come true right here, man.
So obviously they signed Harold Landry III to get to the quarterback. Now they're signing Bob Spillane to change the culture up in there.
Patriot Nation, baby.
Carlton Davis, maybe the top 2 corner there. Morgan Moses solidified the offensive line.
These are Vrabel's guys. Someone who watches ball knows, no, that's a dog right there.
Intercepted, Carlton Davis comes up with the pick. Milton Williams with a strip sack.
Rush is really getting after this offensive line. These are tough, big, physical players. This is a tough team now.
He can't go anywhere.
Patriots have been known for winning for a long time. For them to want me and bring me into this organization and be a part of that, I couldn't find nothing better than that.
So before you leave here, we gotta extend this.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, I'll probably say that was the best day of my life. You really can't even put it into words.
We are extremely proud. I personally never dreamed of a moment like this or the Super Bowl.
Well, I dreamed of it. I feel like I knew what was going to happen because he put the work in. It's his time. Having my family there, you know, they see all the work that go into it. They know a lot of stuff that go on behind the scenes. It was big to just celebrate that moment with them. Like I said, that was the biggest day of my life. It could have been a better moment for me to play a better game.
Definitely, you know, what excites me is just a long history of just winning here. Having an owner that's willing to do whatever it takes to keep that winning going.
I'm all for that.
But also a head coach in Mike Vrabel, man, a player's coach who's out there, you know, holding bags for the guys, and just a leader of men that's willing to step aside and put himself on the line for the better good for the team. It's an easy decision.
I would say just the historical past this team has had, all the success. Thinking about me growing up as a kid and seeing the Patriots win multiple Super Bowls, just that championship culture that's here.
Being part of this historic franchise is something that is near and dear to my heart. I can't wait to add my legacy to it. I got to play for Coach Vrabel 8 years ago at Tennessee, And when I found out I was going to have the opportunity to play for him again, I was truly excited to get out here.
We're home.
Obviously, you know, the longevity of the history that's been in this building, the greats that walk through these tunnels like Tom Brady, Vince Wilfork, Coach Vrabel. And so to be able to continue that and just be a part of something that's bigger than yourself is the ideal way of just coming out here and just being a Patriot.
When you put on that New England uniform, it's almost like that mystique to it. And I felt like, you know, it was an easy choice for me to be able to come back here where it all started, you know, where I met my wife at BC and really where my career took off, I feel like, as a football player.
In addition to those, the Pats adding defensive tackle Kairos Tonga.
It tells a lot about an organization, by how the players talk, and Patriot players, that they always respected the organization and the work that came with it.
Man, just being in the stadium just gave me some goosebumps of what it can be. I'm excited just to do it.
Mac Hollins, underrated, big physical player. If he plays for your team, you're gonna love him because it'd be 30 degrees below zero. He ain't got no shoes on.
I want people to push me to be the best I can, and I think that's kind of the philosophy that Coach has.
Yes, the Pats were very busy today.
So I got one thing I did want to show you here. You might have seen this already, but I'm gonna just let you hold that and then play this for you. What's up, Bill?
Who's the best defensive back?
You know, I'm a former DB. Who's the best DB you've played against?
For me, I'll say Carlton Davis. Only reason why I say Carlton Davis because he was longer than I expected. You know what I'm saying? Longer arms, and he ain't got no knee bend. He just hunched his back over and just played defense. You know what I'm saying? So I think I played him twice too. So you know he made some good plays on me. So I ain't gonna never forget that one.
For me, one thing for me is respect. I think respect is a big thing in this league. A lot of guys who are just great athletes, and he's definitely one of them, if not the best. So when the players are saying it, that just lets you know how legit you are.
When I think about Carlton Davis and Christian Gonzalez, I think of the ability now to say, we're gonna take two guys out of the game plan for the offense. And when you have two corners who can go out there and match up and play in the slot, play outside and just take somebody away, I think now this defense is gonna be able to do that and say, we're gonna play against two top receivers. I don't care where they line up. You got him, let's go rock. What people are gonna forget is what that does for the rest of the defense. Every other player plays a little bit more free, knowing that, hey, if we make a mistake up front, we're good. Those guys can cover for longer. They can cover for 7 seconds sometimes. So I can't wait to see this tandem. I think Christian Gonzalez is gonna be the best corner in the NFL this year. He has that kind of talent. So adding a veteran and a player like Carlton Davis, just gonna take it to a whole new heights this year.
It ended up working out at a lot of different positions, you know, particularly on defense. We got a lot of our, you know, top targets and guys that we really felt comfortable with that would fit our culture and fit the scheme and fit what we're trying to build.
The New England Patriots, I believe, have something brewing, something big up their sleeve when it comes to the wide receiver position.
Don't be surprised if after making some of these big moves on defense, there's a push also to get Drake Maye some help as well.
You know, Coach Graves is real convincing, but he had a career that's something that you can attest to of hard work and being a part of something special. So,
What's up, handsome? How are you?
Nice to see you. Everything good?
when I got the call, it was kind of like real simple. The more I warmed up to the fact of going somewhere new.
The competitiveness, the confidence, the play demeanor, the consistency, those are things that excited us as a veteran wide receiver that can come in here and help us.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. We've been waiting to have someone of your son's caliber here.
He always want to win. He always going to work hard. He always going to see the players on his team get better. He's just a leader.
Individual accolades always will follow with success. And I think individual success breeds team success. So like, this is where God placed me and this is where I'm supposed to be. So I'm gonna give it everything that I got. And I want to win real bad. Everybody that's excited, grab your popcorn, grab your jacket, let's get to work.
Well, I think the main thing is just finding people that fit our culture, just some professional players to show some of these young guys the right way to do it. And we feel like we really accomplished that at a lot of different positions. All the while still preparing for the draft and getting ready, you know, because obviously that's a big foundation piece in what we're trying to build as a draft and develop team.
You know, you're going to hear a lot of people, and I believe it as well. You like to draft, develop, and then retain your own, because those are the people that you've poured the most into, you know the best. And in free agency, though, is another way to address issues on your team.
We just felt like we needed to create competition throughout the roster and fill some of the holes so we'd be able to be more flexible with our draft strategy.
And this year's free agency for us is probably going to look a lot different than next year's free agency. And I think that's what you have to take stock of. As you go into the free agency process, which kicks off really roster building season, is what are the things we need to address the most? What can set us up the best to be able to take the best players available in the draft? And year to year, that might change. You know, it just becomes one of those things that the draft develop and retain is a great concept, but if you draft well enough, ultimately you can't pay them all. So that's why it's got to be a constant shift, and we just have to be intentional about not only the players that we sign in free agency, but who those people are, because as I said before, the people make a big difference.
Fill in a lot of those needs through free agency, and again, just open up that flexibility for the draft so we can take the best player available at each pick.
You get really excited because you think about all the hours spent and the time that's put into this, not just by myself, but by our whole department. And so there's a level of excitement that, we play out all these scenarios and now we're kind of at the altar getting ready to pull the trigger on some of the players that we've fallen in love with. It's such a short period of time to acquire the players over the 3-day span. So it's making sure, our communication's buttoned up and our processes are all solidified and we're all on the same page going in, and just from there making sure that we do, everybody does their part. It's an exciting weekend and we're ready to add players to help us win more games and be a better team.
The draft's being held in Green Bay, the home of the Packers. The first round gets underway tonight at 8. The second and third rounds will be held tomorrow, followed by the final 4 rounds on Saturday.
As of this moment, the Patriots will be picking 4th overall, with Tennessee holding the top spot, followed by the Browns and New York Giants.
If there's one thing to know about the Patriots' intentions, it's that they want to come out of this draft with more infrastructure around quarterback Drake Maye. Now, I am told that they are willing to move down from that number 4 pick. Now, a lot will depend on what happens 1, 2, 3 in terms of who is available to the Patriots. But another thing to know, they've spent a lot of time with left tackles.
Anyone who thinks they know what the Patriots are doing at 4 and saying it's a slam dunk, they're full of it, because Elliot Wolf ain't talking, and I don't think Vrabel is either.
I'll let you take them out. I haven't seen them all, but...
Well, the ones you've seen.
I've been really fortunate to have the opportunities that I've had from a young age. I'd been in the draft room every year since 1993. My first draft room memory was I was 11. I went into the draft room. My dad wanted to make sure I came in after the Packers spent their first round pick. Kind of in the back of the room, but it was pretty cool to see the excitement.
Coming from a player, I told our team I watched 13 drafts after I got picked. I watched 13 of them after me because ultimately I wanted to watch the players that they were trying to get to replace me. It was my job to do everything that I could in my power to earn my spot against a player that they were trying to draft.
I think it should be fun, and I think it should be calm because we're so prepared. We've done the work on these guys. We know these guys. We've had a great process, and we're ready to go.
Are you ready? The 2025 NFL Draft is now officially open. The Tennessee Titans are on the clock.
And so those are the words we've been waiting since February to hear.
Well, thanks, Green. The Cleveland Browns, New York.
Just wanted to say thank you to everyone for all their hard work throughout this process. We're up here pretty quick, but just wanted to say something real quick. Just appreciate everyone's contributions, and we're gonna get this thing right. Really excited about working with Coach Vrabel and his staff, and let's get better this weekend. Appreciate everyone.
You got it, buddy. Kelly.
Tennessee has submitted its pick. Cleveland is on the clock.
Cam Ward. I haven't ever done a process exactly like this. How regimented it is, and how controlled it is. It's been really cool to see that come to fruition.
Cleveland has traded its pick. Jacksonville is on the clock.
I've known Elliot for a long time, just being in the scouting profession. To describe the relationship, it's one that's a high level of communication. There's a willingness to challenge each other. There's a willingness to challenge ideas, and that's been a big part of our relationship.
Jacksonville has submitted its pick. The Giants are on the clock.
being able to work with Elliott and Ryan and Cam Williams, that everybody back there that put so much time into it. And it wasn't about any one person. It was about this football team getting great players and great people.
Giants have submitted its pick. New England is on the clock.
Why don't you give Will Campbell?
Let's do it.
You good with that?
Let's do it. Yeah, I'm good with that.
Hello.
Will,
What's going on?
how you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
This is Cam Williams from the Patriots, man. I got Elliott Wolf right here. He's on the line. He's ready to fill you in on some things.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
What's up?
So where'd you eat last night?
I think I just had some pizza from
Just
that
some
place
pizza?
you were telling me about.
There you go. All right, man. So, hey, we got a couple more minutes here till we can send it in. But congratulations, man. We're going to make you a first-round pick here in New England Patriots.
Man, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, man. Here's Coach Vrabel.
Juice, man. I promise you, that'll be the last time you knock it out of me.
No, I'm gonna make you do it at practice too.
And if that gets out, I'm telling you, everybody's gonna have a bad day.
Hey, I was trying to seal the deal.
You think you sealed the deal? I think you did. And buddy, we're happy as hell. We're excited for you. Make sure you thank everybody that helped you get here. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna let you talk to Mr. Kraft, our owner. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Will.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations. We're
Yes, sir.
excited
Thank
to
you.
have you. And I look forward to meeting you in person.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, you be well.
Pick here with their new coach, Mike Vrabel. Which side of the ball does he look to go on and build around their young quarterback, Drake Maye? Here's the commissioner with the Patriots pick.
With the fourth pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots select Will Campbell, tackle, LSU.
Yeah. Tackle?
Yes,
That's the way
sir.
you need to look.
He said that his suit was going to be tight, too. I can tell you, I think Drake Maye's going to be happy with him.
Oh, there's no doubt about it.
He will be an alpha in the offensive line room, and that's exactly what New England needs.
That was that block you got me on right there, Tony. That backside cut off. You didn't see it? Did you see it?
That's first rodeo.
Hey, Matt. You could have gone down there and got kicked out of you for 3 hours if you wanted to.
What's behind that smile?
Man, just all the hard work.
Congratulations.
I'm gonna fight and die to protect them with everything I got.
Tell me the consequence. We're living with confidence. We already hit, already paid the price. We already took the risk. We already missed. Yeah, boy, look at this. Who could have ever did it better? We in a whole different league. We on a whole different level.
Kyle Williams texted me. He said, not bad for a short-armed cat out of Monroe, Louisiana. Doesn't that look tough? Be a long way from the booth waiting for somebody. Look. Dang, I hate looking. Dang, why the hurt?
Yes, sir, really.
Well, enjoy your day today. It's
I
going to go fast,
appreciate
but
it.
enjoy every minute of
I
it, buddy.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank y'all for coming out. I wish I could get over there, but
What about now, buddy?
hey, let's go. Let's do it. I'm excited. Thank y'all for coming out. No, it wasn't the championship. It was like this quarterfinal game.
Yeah.
And I had a pulled groin. We were playing a team out of Lafayette. We were losing at halftime. And I just couldn't just sit there.
Yeah.
What's that say?
Welcome to New England, Will Campbell.
Oh, that's sweet.
Oh.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's cool. And the other team didn't even have a locker room, and I didn't even have all my stuff.
Yeah.
I just had my pads, pants, cleats. I think I wore ankle socks with like high top cleats. And I got butt naked under the stadium because they didn't have a locker room. I went out there and played. We ended up winning. It was cool just to be able to do that for my guys. I was willing to risk an injury for them just because we had been through so much, and I grew up with all of them, so it meant a lot for me. But let me see. Bro, stop.
Is that him?
I cut my bangs.
He cut his own hair. well, why'd you do that?
Just for fun.
Yeah. Being a bad little boy.
I think we had like family pictures the next day too.
Yeah, Easter.
Yeah, it was Easter. I don't know why I'm nervous. They already picked him. I guess since the last time I did this, I was like coming in. It's like an interview.
Right.
It's over with now, so. Appreciate you.
Absolutely.
I appreciate
Good luck.
it. Thank you.
Congratulations.
What's going on? What up? What's going on? Yeah, I did. What's going on? I appreciate y'all.
From the start, he was a heralded player from his freshman year on, and just a guy we kept an eye on for a number of years. The more work you do on his character, the pass protection, the run blocking, the guy, the leadership, all that kind of stuff, just made him the right pick for us at that time.
What's up? How are you?
You had no chance until lunch, and then lunch sealed the deal.
What's up?
How are you?
Good.
Congrats.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Well, this was a very, very easy pick for us. He's a leader, he's durable, he's physical, dependable, accountable, he was quick study. Yeah, that'd be good before I start beating this down. His team is important. This team will be important to him. And so that was a large factor in how we came to be able to pick him.
So,
Hey, you look like a professor at Boston College. Mr. Rogers.
what's up?
Good
You too.
Awesome. You have a good trip?
Whenever I got the call, honestly, I was sitting there antsy. I was waiting on it. I kind of had a feeling it was coming, and I was just super thankful. I think it's cool. What's going on, Mr. Kraft? How are you? Yes, sir. Nice to meet you, too. My message to him is I just wanted to be here. This is where I wanted to be, and I just tried to put myself in the best position possible to make that happen. We're coming here to win. We want to win games. I just want to be the best player I can be the best teammate I can be, and be the best person I can be, and everything else will take care of itself. You have to love violence to be able to play on the offense and defensive line, and that's something that I like. It's a dog-eat-dog world. Whenever you're going out there, it's either you or him, and I want it to be me every time.
All right, thanks.
Hello. Hey.
48.
This is Mike Vrabel. Elliot's got a message for you.
Used to be like
Yeah. Should have drafted me back in '97, buddy. That's the message.
Miami has submitted its pick. New England is on the clock.
We are debating right now. Yep.
Chicago wants to just flip and give us a 7th.
Flip and give us a 7.
They're next.
I mean, who do we feel better about at 69? You know what I mean? Pick one of these receivers we like.
You're saying?
Or Henry. You know what I'm saying?
Hello, Tomo. What trade?
We're leaning towards picking, yeah.
I think you know what's going on.
What? Do you have something else in mind? 58, 79, next year 3.
Right.
Yeah.
It goes back to where do we want to go with this 20 players, or do we want to take the guy who thinks has the biggest impact?
You guys want to do this? Who wants to do it?
I think it's worth it.
Yeah, it works. I think it's fielding offers.
I think it's a Bill Peck for him.
Pick, okay, you're out. All right, thanks.
It's a trade.
Yeah, get Travion Henderson on the phone.
Call.
Yeah.
You got it.
Hello?
Travion,
Yes.
how are you, man? This is Cam
Doing
Williams from
good.
the Patriots.
Yes, sir.
You ready? You ready?
I'm ready, man. Let's do it.
Listen, you're a New England Patriot. We just sent it in. Congratulations.
Guess we did get him on the phone.
All right, thank you.
All right, here's Coach Vrabel.
Yes, sir.
Travion.
Yeah.
Hey, congrats, man. We're excited as hell, man.
Yes, sir. I'm excited too, man. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
With the 38th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots select
Trevion Henderson, running back, Ohio State.
All three of them sitting right here, hanging up on me. Some teams were calling, talking about moving up, and ultimately we didn't feel that the value being offered to us was worth possibly losing out on Trevion, so we just ended up sending the pick in and getting him on the phone with about 58 seconds left there.
You're just weighing the options of, do we feel like we can get this player later, or is this a player that we would stick and pick? And so we felt like what was best for us was to get Trey, and I'm glad we did.
He's a fun one because I think we saw the same thing that the fans saw. We saw those explosive plays, just his ability to take it the distance each time he touches the ball. It's all of it. It's the route running, the pass protection, the toughness, the character, the physicality, and just all those things added up into the right player.
This is a trust your working process.
Yes.
We want to get queued at 77.
Las Vegas has submitted a pick. New England is on the clock.
Good, how are you? I believe we are. What do you have in mind? Okay, let me check on that. All right, thanks.
What is that?
Hey, we're gonna pick. Yeah, thanks.
Did you get Kyle Williams on the phone? Kyle Williams.
Hello?
Kyle,
What's up?
how you doing, man? This is Cam Williams
I'm
from
doing
the Patriots. You ready to go?
Hey, the wait is over. You're a New England Patriot.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, man. Here's Coach Vrabel.
What do you think, brother? You ready to go?
I'm ready to go, bro.
I know you're ready to go, man. You made an impact on us in that 30 visit. Everybody here loved you, and we're excited to get you. You thank everybody that helped you get here. You made a hell of an impact, and we're excited to work with you, man.
Let's go.
Okay. Good job, boys. Good job.
You're the engineer.
Well, I think Kyle's got a really cool story, and I'm excited for our fans and our people to really see that.
Touchdown, Kyle Williams.
He's a really good athlete, and he's been a good receiver, productive receiver. He can run. His releases are good.
And inside Kyle Williams. Gone.
We're confident in his work ethic and ability to do those things. Carolina might be interested. We would consider that, I think.
Right.
Let me
In between that.
There's adrenaline throughout. You're calling around. You're talking about trading up. You're talking about trading down. Well, let me ask you this: is the Carolina at 85 and 146? Even though we're going back 3 more spots, so we're getting 30 spots. Is that better? You have all these offers. Sometimes you don't have any. Sometimes people pull out at the last minute. Sometimes an offer comes in while you're on the clock.
Carolina would be better because that pick's in the 5th round. 178. We're saying we would settle for 178.
Oh, 170. So we would move back 8 spots and pick up a 5th.
Correct.
Versus moving back 5 spots and picking up a 6th.
But that's significant. That 6 is. I mean, you're talking about. That's 30 spots here.
Oh yeah.
Right?
No, I like
if they don't really want 67.
I like Carolina. It's fun to just try to maneuver around the board, and we don't make trades just to make trades. It's about how the board's stacking up. So if there's some value there that we feel like we can move back and pick up some future assets or some assets later in the draft where maybe the draft board looks a little bit stronger, then we're not going to hesitate to do that.
Dallas has submitted a pick. New England is on the clock.
Vrabel.
You want to trade?
Yeah, you good with it? Brian, you good with it?
Yeah. Hello. Hey, what's up? We'll do it. 77 for 85 for 146. All right, thanks.
Okay, we're going to trade with Carolina. All right, thanks, Ken.
New England has traded its pick. Carolina is on the clock. Tampa Bay has submitted its pick. New England is on the clock.
You always work the phones, whether it's to go up or down, just to see what people are thinking.
Hey, Tim just texted me about you guys might want to come to 85 right here.
And ultimately, it comes down to player that we're going to pick, since sometimes you don't feel as convicted about the player that you want to, so you might try to trade back.
Let me get right back to you.
Okay.
Put that in seven, right?
Move back 10 spots. I'm going to pick next year.
What?
2026 fourth. Bears pick.
So acquiring more picks is always a good thing. When you have more picks, it gives you more chances to hit on guys.
And get the Bears fourth.
Yeah, or to pick the offensive line.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to do that?
We're going to trade with Kansas City.
1 minute.
Our 85th. For Kansas City's 95th. And then their rights to Chicago's fourth round pick, 2026. Yep.
New England has traded its pick. Kansas City is on the clock. Kansas City has made its selection.
You got to pick a mine. That's up 6'7". Wilson.
You want to pick?
Jared.
It is very, very gratifying when one of your players gets picked. We put a ton of time in as scouts. We take a lot of pride in our work. Every one of us in the room, this is our passion. It's obviously a pretty big deal to be a scout here. I'm a local guy, grew up here. I've been a Pats fan my entire life.
Young, first year starter, ascending.
What that couldn't get.
Before each pick, like we talk to the scouts. We're not, there's teams that don't always involve the scouts in draft day, and they're the ones that know the players the best, probably even better than myself. So when we really boil it down, like it's important for those guys to be involved and feel involved, because they absolutely are.
Later on, I don't know.
Hey, we're going to pick. Offense. Hang on, we got to get him on the phone.
Coach
Yeah. I don't think he can bully me, man. Let's Jared Wilson.
I think we'll stick here. Yeah, we'll stick. That's it.
Jared.
How you doing?
How you doing, man? It's Cam Williams from the Patriots.
How you doing?
Good, man. You ready to go?
Yes, sir.
I got Elliot Wolf here on the line, ready to fill you in.
New England has submitted its pick. Philadelphia is on the
Jared,
clock.
what's up, man?
How you doing?
You ready?
I've been waiting all night.
All right, we're sending you the congratulations, man. You're a New England Patriot.
Hey, buddy, take a big deep breath, okay? This is a great time for you. You okay?
Waiting all day for this.
I know you have. Just take a big deep breath and enjoy it, okay, man?
Yes, sir.
He was crying.
Can't go get it.
It's emotional, man. It's a big moment.
Welcome to day 3 of the 2025 NFL Draft.
Saturday's my favorite day of the draft. You generally have more picks. There's a lot more movement. There's a lot more surprises. There's trading up and down. There's next year picks involved. And then once you're done, you have college free agency, which is, that can be the wild, wild west.
All right, what do we call Craig Woodson?
Craig Woodson. Craig, Chris, how you doing, man?
You have to be more excited than the people that picked you.
Greg Woodson, boys, let's go. It's Saturday.
137 for 144, 238. We just traded up for you, man.
We have a party over there, Josh. Big people, Tony. Let's go, boys.
Okay. Deal. Pleasure doing business with you.
New England has traded its pick. Detroit is on the clock.
Andres. Hey, listen, we're going to let you kick, but you can't wear sleeves, okay? So when it gets cold, we don't want our kickers wearing sleeves.
Hey, that's all right with me.
Marcus, we're excited, man. You made a heck of an impact on us and everybody in the organization when you came and visited, and we're excited to work with you.
Let's do this trade. Hey, we're going to draft you here at pick 251. Kobe, what's up, man? You still waiting? Wait is over. You are Mr. Irrelevant. We're drafting you with pick 257.
Okay, thanks, Kobe. Congrats, man.
Draft is over.
That's it, boys.
Appreciate everyone. That was awesome. I mean, I think we really helped the team out. You know, we got some guys.
Patriots, they had one of the best off seasons I can remember in the last decade.
I think the New England Patriots have knocked it out of the park.
Mike Vrabel and Elliott Wolf were absolutely cooking throughout the entire thing.
You cannot not love what Vrabes and company have done with this offense and the Patriots.
I just feel like the Patriots knocked this one out of the park. I think it was a really, really great draft class for them.
What the New England Patriots did in this draft, I think is going to pay dividends in this upcoming season.
Back in the lane, back in the line, I'm back at it. Back at the spot, back on the block, I'm back at it.
Whatever they want to grade our draft at, we really don't care. What matters is if we feel like our processes led us to those picks. If we did those things in our processes, then I'm going to be extremely happy with that, and so should our staff.
I'm doing me at the same time. They ain't mad cause we still winning. Old plays from my old life. Switch it up and call it new beginnings. Praise the Lord for a new beginning. Had to struggle through the old times. I'm attracted to the lush living.
The talent that we've added, the depth, I think we're stronger on the roster on both sides of the ball. Certainly excited about the future here and excited for the fans and all of Patriot Nation.
But we living good better now, yeah. Back on my game, back on my grind, I'm back at it.
We'll never be done trying to improve the roster. That's our challenge every single day, to get the right players in here. I don't think that ever stops.
Back in position, back in the kitchen, back at it.
They won. Your job and everybody else's job is to compete. Like, that's the whole idea.
That's me. I'm not Oz.
Look at me. If our lines of scrimmage work like that every single day, we're gonna tear people's up. Good.